On this day, exactly 1 year ago, December 29th, I was on a one-way flight to Australia. And wow, so much has happened since then. Firstly, hello, this is Carton of Milk and welcome back to another video. This is What's the Crack with Carton of Milk, a video I put out every Sunday, so welcome. Let me set the scene. This exact day, 29th of December 2023, I was going off to Australia. I didn't think I was going to be coming back. I was looking to be there for like at least 3 to 4 years, and I ended up coming back in the middle of April. And obviously since then, I've had around 8 months to sort of figure out and come to terms and just sort of get my shit together as to like why I actually went out in the first place and like what I was trying to like get away from and all that jazz. So the long and the short of it is I didn't like my life in Ireland in 2023. I was going out every Friday, Saturday, drinking, doing the same thing over and over every weekend, and then back into work next week and just working the same shifts. I didn't strive for anything. I didn't really have any goals, and I just kept going like on a rat on a literal wheel, just going round and round, same shit every week. So then I thought, oh, do you know what? Where is the furthest place I can go to start fresh? Because I wanted to change, and I just thought, oh, I need to go to like the furthest place possible to change. Obviously, the grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is green wherever you water it. And I've learned that since moving back home. I'm in such a good routine. I'm literally the best I've ever felt in my life, mentally, physically. Like, I feel like I've just like leveled up, and I know what I want and I'm gonna get it, essentially. And not to get into like vibrations and like frequencies and all that sort of jazz, but like I feel like I'm literally just like a level above what I was last year. And at the end of the day, it's you versus you. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm better than anyone or anything like that. I'm just saying the person that I was last year was like weak and not disciplined in any way, shape or form. And I feel like I'm in a much better and stronger position now to challenge life and to literally just live essentially my best life. So yeah, as I say, my plan was literally to move to Australia and to stay there. And I didn't even really think. I was just like, I'm just trying to get away. I'm trying to run away from the drinking culture, like the repetitiveness of being here. Like I was like, fuck this place. Obviously I love Ireland and I love my family and everything, but I just wanted to get away from everything and just start fresh. And it just didn't go well at all. So it started off pretty diabolically. My friend, the only person I actually knew before I moved out there to Melbourne in Australia, I was supposed to stay with her for 1 day until I got into like the hostel, and then I would stay there for a couple of weeks, get a job, blah blah blah. She just didn't reply, just aired me, and I was like, fuck, well, what am I gonna do now? Thank heavens, the absolute legend, who is now a very good friend, Kira, literally just like completely sorted me out. I asked her for a lift to my friend's house, and then my friend obviously like bailed, so I was like, fuck, can I sleep on your floor just for like a night? I'm so sorry. And she was an absolute legend from start to finish, and still is, of course. And she said, oh, I've got a free bed, like you can stay there for the night. And then it ended up being that I stayed there for like 3 to 4 months, and she was just an absolute angel sent from above. And honestly, without her, I would have been in Australia for like 1 or 2 months, never mind 3 or 4. But every single day that I was in Australia, I had money saved, as obviously as you would, but it was running out pretty quickly, and I couldn't get a job. I literally just couldn't for the life of me get a job. I was literally getting up every day, applying for jobs, going into places, handing my CV in, etc. And I just had no luck. And then eventually I got a job in March at ASICS, and it was all right. Like I was only working 2 days because the contracts over there, like you could only work, if it was a part-time contract, you couldn't ask for more hours, just like that was set. So then I was like, right, 2 days, then I can just look for other work on the side and I can start getting into photography, whatever. And then like at the start of March, when obviously I did nothing else to do other than just look for jobs and like hang out with Kira and maybe like hang out with friends the odd time, every single day I was just like, wait, whoa. Why am I actually here? So then I started to deep, like, why did I actually make the move? What was I trying to get away from? What habits am I trying to change? Like, what direction am I going in my life? And then obviously when I started working, I was like, right, I'm working 2 days, I'm not really getting any money, and I'm not really enjoying living here because I'm just like, it's just the same thing over and over again. And it was my mental health that I had to sort out. It was like, not saying like I love Melbourne, I loved everything about it. I met so many cool people, etc. But like I hadn't sorted myself out first before I actually moved. So like the problems that I had before just came with me, obviously, and it obviously took me some time to realize that and work on that. And like now I can confidently say that like I've worked on these things, and like I'm very self-aware and very intentional with everything I do, and like I know why I'm doing it, and I'm like actively trying to work towards my goal of being like a full-time photographer and like being my own boss, and yeah, just being like generally like happy. And like I do eventually want to like work remotely, that so I can just travel, whether that be like through photography or like whatever it may be. I haven't got everything figured out yet, but I'm just in such a better headspace. And it's obviously just like so mad to think about the fact that like this day a year ago, I was going out to Australia with like, I didn't have a plan. I didn't know anyone really. I knew one person. I'd never actually met them before. I was just going out on a whim. And I feel like, I'll be completely honest, it was literally, I always sort of had this inkling of being like, oh, I'm different, so I've got to like act different, if you know what I mean. So like I've got to like be mysterious, I've got to be this quirky person, and like going to Melbourne by myself and challenging myself is like, not that it's gonna like make people think I'm cool or something, but it's just like I always just had this like sort of thing in my head that I need to not, I guess, perform in some ways for these people. But now I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Only people I like care opinions wise about are my family, and like even then, like I'm gonna keep doing me. Like before, I used to say, "Oh, I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, I don't care what you think." But like deep down, I would care tremendously about what everyone thought about me. But like now, I like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna post up something, a silly video. I'm gonna wear this outfit out. I'm gonna make this decision to do whatever it is. And like so long as I'm confident in myself and I've got the money to back myself, and I've like, yeah, I'm happy with the decision myself, whatever it may be, then I'm good to go. Do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's taken me so long to get to this point, but it just, this is what I mean by like I feel like I've leveled up. Like I literally like I'm just in such a good place, and like I don't even know how to word it. I don't even, it's just like an overwhelming feeling of like just being grateful and just like appreciating life, and like realizing, I think realistically a big part of it was like the development of my frontal lobe. I think when I turned 25 in April, basically when I moved back, everything just sort of like clicked into gear, and I was like, shit, right, okay, I know what I want, this is that, that's this. And like, yeah, the development of the frontal lobe obviously is like a thing where things just become much clearer, and like you sort of see life for what it is. Obviously I'm not like techie with it, I don't know the ins and outs, but that's what I think of it as. And yeah, I feel like that's definitely something that happened to me, and like I just know what's important in my life, and I just cherish that. And like I've just wiped out everyone that doesn't mean, or like basically I know what's important in my life now, and that's all I give my time to. And it is family, close friends, making deeper connections with people, as well as making money to obviously just live my life and hopefully eventually like work on my own. And then along with that, just keeping fit, obviously going to the gym, working out, pushing myself like to the maximum, and ultimately just being happy, waking up every day with a smile on my face as much as I can. I hate mornings, so that's very rare that happens. But yeah, just being grateful for every day, and like just being grateful for life, like just seeing things for what they are, who they are, like being the best version of myself. Because at the end of the day, like we're all gonna die someday, so like why not just fucking give it all you can, do you know what I mean? And that's what I've sort of developed over the past year. Obviously from being pretty low at the start of this year to now being like in literally the best mental space I've ever been in, and thinking so clearly and being so intentional, as I said before, like with communication. Like if I'm talking to someone, like I'm going to be direct, I'm going to be authentically myself, I'm going to be open, honest. Like I don't have time for bullshit essentially. Like it just like, not what you see is what you get, but like now I actually want to talk to people. I want to get to a deeper level of conversation with like randoms. Like I want to actually live my fucking life. Do you know what I mean? Like we only get one life. We gotta live it, man. And like I can't wait to travel. I'm gonna go traveling soon this year, well 2025, and I can't wait for that. I think that's gonna be like a really good time. And yeah, just do what I want to do in life and like make the most of it. And who knows, I might go back to Australia sometime. I may well. I actually really enjoyed it. I think the time difference for me was a bit mad. Like it's basically just living like in another fucking world, to be honest. Obviously the time difference is like 11 hours, so like yeah, it's a whole new life really. And obviously it's its own island, so like it's very hard for people to visit and so on. But yeah, I would definitely love to go back and visit. Nothing against Australia. I think it was great. Everyone was so sound. It was so affordable. It was beautiful. Like the landscapes. And I only got to see like Melbourne and like just like the surrounding areas just about. But yeah, in general, it's good to be home. I've really enjoyed my time at home. I feel like I've been a bit of a hermit this year for like the past 8 months since I've been home, for the better, because I wanted to work on myself, and now I'm actively trying to like put myself out there again, be more sociable, and just do more stuff outside. I feel like the winter months obviously don't help as well, but I'm really looking forward to 2025 and just getting myself out there. And I feel like obviously like because I'm in a better mindset, like the world is my oyster. And if you're watching this, it's yours too. Like once you get your head right, which I've been trying to do for years after therapy and like just reading so many self-help books and like talking to different people and trying new things and moving country and all these things, I'm finally at a place where I'm just at peace. And that is one of the main things that I really do cherish these days. Peace of mind, general peace and quiet, like no noise, like don't like crowds, all that jazz. I know what I like and I know what I want, and I'm gonna get it. But yeah, have a great week, everyone. Peace and love. Take care. All the best. Goodbye.